Okay, so let's talk about SmackDown. SmackDown was, I would say, it was the best show of the week. Um, but that's certainly not to say that I thought it was particularly good. More noteworthy than Raw. I mean, Raw was repugnant this week. SmackDown was average, not bad. Some bad moments, but not awful. Good promo from CM Punk. Um, we got the debut of Drew McIntyre, who is moving up from FCW to SmackDown, who I didn't really get a chance to see if anything about him was good. He delivered quite a leaden promo with a very thick Scottish accent, which of course was nice for me to see being Scottish. So we'll see how that goes. I'm Drew McIntyre and the party's over. We'll see how that goes. He looks like he's getting into an angle with R-Truth, maybe, which could only be good for him because I'm sure that wrestling any angle with R-Truth would improve any wrestler because he's awesome and massively experienced. Worrying signs that they might be considering making John Morrison and Matt Hardy a regular tag team, which makes no sense because it completely interrupts Morrison's push and would really be indicative of the fact that I suspected all along they've only brought Matt Hardy back. Well, no, I don't know why they brought Matt Hardy back, because they clearly don't have an angle for him. They clearly have nothing in mind, nothing in place for him to do. So maybe they brought him back thinking that they'd be able to use him with Jeff, but Jeff has, of course, left the WWE. Jeff Hardy has left the WWE. Finally, after months of will he, won't he, is he, isn't he, Jeff Hardy has finally fucked off. And anyone who watches this show will probably know that Callum and I aren't exactly devastated about this news. I think it's kind of a shame that someone as over as Jeff Hardy is leaving, but I think it'll open up some opportunities for other people, and I think it'll really, if they play it right, allow CM Punk to develop to be as good as he can be, and that'll be good. That'll be awesome. But yes, Jeff Hardy is away. I'll come back to that when I get to the main event. We had Rey Mysterio against Kane. Don't really know why anyone needs to see that, and what I really don't know is the fact that even though Kane defeated the Great Khali in one of the worst matches in pay-per-view history at SummerSlam, it looks as if this feud is going to continue because the Punjabi Playboy appeared after Kane got disqualified in this match and delivered a Punjabi plunge. Really ridiculous. Why? Khali needs to go. He needs to go. He's just fucking shit. I don't care how big he is. He's just awful. It makes me weepy. Just no. Again, this week reinforced that it's a real shame that Michelle McCool is stuck on SmackDown because the other divas are appalling. Natalya needs to get used somehow in the divas section in SmackDown because all the other divas apart from McCool and Natalya are gash. We got more action between Jericho, The Big Show, and Crime Time, which was shit. There was this horrible segment in this show where the match started out as a singles match between Shad and Chris Jericho. Shad and singles match should never be phrases that are included in the same sentence. But Bedlam breaks loose and they all get involved, and Teddy Long comes out and makes it a tag match. And as usual, horrible booking of this team because Chris Jericho basically gets dominated for a lot of the match. He's starting to get really dominated by Shad, and then with one punch, the Big Show just destroys Shad and gets the win. And then does this really hilarious, oh, come on movement at the end of the match, as if to say, oh, look how dominant I am. And he just looks fat and slow and stupid. It's quite funny, but pointless in terms of actual wrestling. And then at the end of the show, we get a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Jeff Hardy and CM Punk. At the start of the evening, it's been announced that the stipulation will be that the loser leaves WWE, obviously preparing for Jeff Hardy's exit. This match was quite good. It wasn't a classic, but it was quite good. That's two good matches that these guys have put on in the last week. I think that Hardy, I'll give him credit for, making this feud mostly decent. Punk's done really well. Punk's becoming a really fucking brilliant heel. I mean, really, really excellent heel who I think is only going to get better, especially now that he's been placed into an angle with The Undertaker. The stipulation for this, The Undertaker didn't actually appear on SmackDown, which was a little disappointing after his dramatic appearance at SummerSlam, but apparently the winner of this match not only got to stay in WWE and remain World Heavyweight Champion, but was going to face The Undertaker in a submission match at Breaking Point. This kind of annoys me, because this potentially could have been great, because Punk feuding with The Undertaker would have been the perfect way to get him fully over. If Punk could come out on top against The Undertaker, then that would be it. His career would skyrocket. That would be him go over against the two most over guys in the company in a row. That would have been perfect. I don't think he can win a submission match with The Undertaker. I don't see them booking that ever. I really don't see them booking that. It doesn't seem like something that would ever happen. Has The Undertaker ever tapped out? Ever? Plus, The Undertaker has a patented submission move, and Punk doesn't really. I don't really see how that's going to work. Kind of frustrating. But hopefully, if they can find a way to book it so that Punk can win, that could be really excellent. That could be really great for Punk's career. And I know that The Undertaker's the kind of guy that's prepared to put people over if he thinks it's good for the business. So that'll be good. And it'll be nice to see The Undertaker in action. You know, we don't see much of him these days. But yeah, this match was good. Punk won clean, which was great, and very big of Jeff Hardy. And then Jeff Hardy gives his emotional farewell, which was just a horrible, horrible, horrible promo. Really bad. But, oh my god, the amount of people in the audience that were actually actively crying because Jeff Hardy was leaving WWE, I actually couldn't believe that. Adult people overwhelmed by the emotion of Jeff Hardy leaving WWE. No! What is wrong with you? Get emotional over something real. Anyway, yeah, and as Hardy says something totally ridiculous, like, yours truly, Jeff Hardy, ours truly, this life. What does that even mean, you emo bastard? And he bows in the center of the ring and heads up the ramp. Punk appears, and in a wonderful, wonderful heel moment, smashes Hardy in the back of the head with the World Heavyweight title. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. And the look, the expression on Punk's face. Punk's facial expressions are absolutely bang on. The expression on Punk's face is just one of such utter, sheer, delirious heel satisfaction. You know, I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant, and it was a really, really great way to end the week. Really fantastic. Good end to a bad week, I would say. Anyway, I know this show's been a little shorter than usual, but if you want to turn over to part 3, I'm going to issue the week's awards. I'm really pressed for time today, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to do Q&A or not, but fingers crossed. So yeah, turn over, guys.